and welcome back to our channel. So here I am back again with very important series of latest cue card which may be expected in May and August. This is the first cue card that can come in your May to August exams if you are preparing yourself to write your exams in coming days from May, June, July or August. Then you can prepare with these videos. These will have sample answers along with good vocabularies and ideas to speak on the particular topic. Today's cue card is a time when you were in trouble. So it can be any time. You were in trouble in school, in college, or when you were traveling, or at home, or at office work, anywhere. Wherever you were in a situation where you thought that you did wrong and you're going to get punished maybe, then you can use that idea, that story in the cue card. Let's start. Before starting, if you want more vocabulary and PDFs of these questions, do visit our Telegram channel Ielts Winners and subscribe to our channel Ielts Winners so that you are notified with all the latest videos that are uploaded for you to help yourself get good bands in your Ielts. So the cue card is describe a time when you were in trouble. You should say what it was. So what was the trouble? How you got into it? So what did you do? What good things you did to land yourself in such a problem? Then how you handled it? What measures or what action did you take to come out of that trouble? Were you punished for it? And explain how you felt about it. So the feeling. So these bullet points, it is not necessary that you answer all these bullet points. These bullet points are here to help you get your ideas and elaborate your answers for 1.5 to 2 minutes. As we all know, cue card should be at least 2 minutes or at least 1.5 minutes. So these bullet points will help you to elaborate your answers to that time limit. If you know the story very well, you have been in trouble and you know word by word what to say, then it's okay if you don't answer these questions. They will be automatically covered in your answer. So don't worry about it. One more thing is, if you are not getting enough ideas, enough vocabularies to talk about one time when you were in trouble, you can talk about 2 or 3 times that you got yourself into trouble. So maybe one time in school, one time in college, one time in home or office, anywhere. So this method, the PPF method, or you can say any other method, you can use different ideas, 3 different places. For any cue card you can apply this idea that instead of one, you can talk about 2-3 times when you were in trouble, so that you have more ideas to speak on, different stories and different ideas with good vocabulary, different type of vocabularies. So your answer will be lengthy as well as there will be a variation in your speaking. So how can we answer this cue card? Let's see. So the first one, whenever you start a cue card, just instead of saying today I would like to talk about a time when, the same common line, you can just give one line background. Okay, just give one line. Do not give a lengthy background. Just one line background to say how you are going to start your essay. This gives a good impression. So you can say to tell you the truth, or to be frank with you, to be honest with you. Start with some good phrase and then say to tell you the truth. I don't know why, but it has become a part and parcel of my life to get into troublesome situation. So I have used a good phrasal, or you can say idiom, in the starting itself. So idiomatic language is very essential in your cue cards, in your speaking. So part 2 is the best place. In part 1 you cannot use because it's very simple and personal. Part 3 is bit of formal, so again using idioms, if you're not confident, may land you into trouble. But using idioms in your cue cards is the best place, so use as much as you can if you think they are fitting properly. So here I'm saying it's become a part and parcel that I always land into troublesome situation. So as you can see, paraphrasing, I have done paraphrasing. I did not say trouble, I said troublesome situation. But today, now I'm going to tell him that today I'm going to start with. So but today I would like to recall one horrific event that I can vividly remember even now. So now I'm saying that I can vividly remember that problem, that situation that I was in. So vividly remember. Whenever you want to recall something, this word is very good. To recall something, you use vividly. that is very clear in your mind, even it happened long back, still you can remember everything very clearly like a picture. Actually, I was in 10th standard, so now I'm introducing the place where I was in a problematic situation. So actually, I was in 10th standard, and at that age, I was quite mischievous kid. I used to take on anyone I saw, irrespective of their age and size. So I'm saying that I was very mischievous, and I used to fight with everyone. So ultimately, I'm putting up a background that because I was mischievous, I always landed in trouble, and from that I'm going to take out one incident and present before you. So this is how you can start your cue card. Next is the first bullet point. So what it was. So what was the problem actually? So now I'm going in detail with the situation. So one day I got into a scuffle, that is fight. I got into a scuffle with my fellow mate in school. Actually, I don't remember clearly the reason, but I was fuming with anger on him. Okay, so I don't remember exactly. I can't remember. I was in 10th standard. It's long back, 10 or 12 years. So it's fine if you don't say every detail. You can say that I don't remember something, but I was fuming with anger. So I don't remember what topic it was, but I was angry. So I'm saying it. Instead of saying I was very angry, instead of saying very, use some good words like I was fuming with anger. He too was yelling and shouting at me. So he was also shouting back at me. Being a short-tempered girl, short-tempered again. So whenever you land in situation in a problem, most of the time because we lose our temper, because we do something in haste, we'll land into trouble. So that is why these words come in handy when you have this type of question which includes problematic situation, trouble or sadness or something like that. So being a short-tempered girl, I lost my cool and I smashed a nearby chair on his head. So I'm saying that this what it was. So I was having a fight and then I smashed a chair on him. Of course, when you smash a chair on someone, you are going to land into a problem. Of course, that is a troublesome situation. So I am saying this is why I was in trouble. Now I will explain how. So how I handle that problem. After smashing a chair, I don't think I can handle it, but yes, let's cook up our story and say it was bad. Of course, it was bad. His head started bleeding lightly. Okay, his head started to bleed. At first, I was happy because I was angry on him and I hurt him. I was feeling like victorious and I was happy, but then I started to panic as my mother too worked in the same school and thought that she will know it any moment made me go blank. So at first I was very happy, but then I started to panic because my mother who was working in that school will come to know that I has broken someone's head and she will of course come and bash me. So this thought made me go blank. That means I didn't know how to come out of this situation. I didn't have any solution to save myself from getting in trouble with my mom. So made me go blank, again a good phrase or idiom you can say. In order to escape her anger, I started to help him get up and say sorry, but I was too late. So I was trying to say sorry to him so that he don't complain, but it was too late. Why it was too late? Because my mother along with principal came here. I couldn't save myself from my mother and landed into a grave trouble which followed. So I was not able to save myself and I landed into that problematic situation. Now were you punished? Of course. As soon as my mother heard the incident, she along with principal entered the classroom. Not only she bashed me in front of the whole class. So she bashed me. That means she bet me. She bet me very badly in front of the whole class. But not only she did this, but she also suggested the principal to rusticate me from the school. That means my behavior was so bad that she advised the principal to make me go out of the school. Okay, rusticate me means to take me out of the school. Well, her wish was immediately fulfilled. That means principal, of course, listened and accepted her offer, but with a slight change. That means I was not just thrown away from the school, but I was suspended for 2 weeks. I was only suspended, I was not thrown out of the school. So this was the punishment that I got. I was beaten, but also I was suspended for 2 weeks. So again, I have answered the question. Now I need to conclude with the feeling. After doing all these sort of mischievous things and getting punished, how was I feeling? So though I felt blue, of course I need to feel bad, I need to feel sad. So though I felt blue, I knew my actions deserved no better. I was feeling sad, but I was aware that this situation will definitely get me into trouble because I didn't do something good. I did some horrific thing. I can still feel that moment as fresh incident. So I can still remember what happened on that day. This was a time when I seriously got into woo. So this was the time when I landed myself into trouble. Okay, so woo means trouble. These are the some vocabularies that we used in our cue card. So good lexical resources along with grammar structure with natural fluency. You don't have to read out or speak like one day I was in school and then I got angry and I bet. No, you have to get into storytelling just like you are narrating a film incident to a friend. You have to speak very naturally with ups and downs, the fluctuation in your voice. I smashed a chair on his head. If you say I smashed a chair on his head, his head started bleeding, then it's not going to give that impact, that natural flow, fluency, or natural sounding like a native speaker. You have to give variation. I bashed a chair on his head and his head started bleeding. So you have to give emphasis to the word you want to stress. Low down your voice when you say though I felt low or though I felt blue, then your voice has to come down because you are feeling sad. So this variation is very essential. The pronunciation and intonation in your speaking of IELTS is very important. So use these vocabularies and these ideas to cook up your story on this particular cue card. We will be covering more cue cards that are expected in the coming times of May to August. So do keep a watch on our channel, subscribe and click on that bell icon so that you are notified with the videos that are uploaded. All the best for your preparation.